Today I will be configuring the radio. When you're configuring the radio, you want to make sure that the radio is plugged into your robot and the whole electrical circuit is complete. First, you want to download the radio configuration tool. So you can just search up programming your radio. So you want to download it, clicking this link right here. And after you have downloaded it, just open the file. Okay, so this is your radio configuration application. So now when we go on the search bar and search radio, this will come up. And you want to let it make changes to your computer. Okay, so right here, this is going to pop up. You will have multiple options. You want to choose the Ethernet one. Then you want to click OK. Okay, so this is the radio configuration utility tool. You can enter your team number over here. Then you can enter your robot name in this section. Everything else we just keep as is. We have an open mesh radio and we'll keep it as 2.4 for the access point. These are the following steps that you want to follow when you are configuring your radio. But before we start configuring our radio, we want to follow some other couple of steps first. So what you want to do is open your settings. And then you want to go onto your network and internet. Okay, so now that we're on network internet, want to go down and go to Windows Firewall. So it's really important to turn off your firewall when you are configuring your radio. So you want to make sure to turn all three of these off. So now you're going to go back to the network and internet section and then go to change adapter options. So now over here we have different connections. Depending on your device, you'll have different ones. And you want to disable all of them except for the Ethernet one. So what I want to do is right click and click disable. Now I am video recording on Wi-Fi, so I will continue recording on another device. So my Ethernet cable is currently connected to the radio. So that's why it's showing the Ethernet option over here. And then there's a Wi-Fi option, which you want to actually disable that when you're configuring your radio. So you're gonna left click and disable. So after you do that, you can go to your radio configuration tool. And it'll show Ethernet 3. You want to click OK. And then you want to go to type in your team number. It's 8880. Our robot name, TerraCyborgs. And the radio is open mesh 2.4. No fire. Now, what's important is that we want to make sure that the radio is connected to your robot. So over here, our radio is connected to the robot and the power is on. That's really important. And make sure the Ethernet cable that you're using to connect to your PC is in the middle port. So ours is the middle port here, and this wire goes all the way onto our laptop, connected to our laptop. So now after you have that done and the robot is on, then you can start configuring your radio. So you just click configure here, and it'll take around like 30 seconds to a minute to configure completely. And there you have it. It's connected to team 8880. Okay, so now that everything is connected, we can check that our radio is working. We're going to go back to your settings, back to your adapter options, and enable your Wi-Fi again. So enable that. And then I am going to disconnect the radio from the computer, the PC. So now the only way it can work is if the robot is powered on and connected to everything in your electrical circuit. So now let's go see if the radio works. So we're going to go onto your Wi-Fi's, and it should show your name and number that you put into your configuration. So as for us, the 8880 TerraCyborgs is right here. And that is how you configure your radio.